What is going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking on today's video. We are back with another Warzone Breakout news update. So they finally came out with some updates that fixed the game-breaking issues, the issues that made the game pretty much unplayable. You could still play it, but it was pretty bad, and I think it turned most people off. So if this is you, if you got turned off by how the game was prior to this patch, I would definitely go back, recommend checking it out, because the game does run a lot smoother, which in turn fixes a lot of the guns that were useless. I think some of the guns are a lot more viable now that the game runs a little bit smoother. Now, is it perfect? No. Does it run like Call of Duty or Counter-Strike? No. Is there more work to be done? Yes. But however, if this is a game that you enjoyed but you just couldn't deal with the bugs and the freezing and the lag and all around just the not ready to playness, yeah, you should be able to play it with almost no issues. I'm going to run down the list of updates, and then I'll talk about what's going to happen in the future, because the devs have put out some stuff saying about what's coming up. So the first thing they have on here is fix some more situations leading to game freezes. Now, what they said the problem here was too many interfaces were loading at one time, and that was causing it to load. So they fixed that issue by reducing that. Improved enemy footstep sounds. I can say that this has improved greatly. You can hear people through walls or around walls, not through walls. All right, so now I'm going to talk about some updates that are in the works. They did say as soon as this update got installed onto consoles, they're going to start working on verifying their next update. So a new update should be coming up soon, but I'm just going to read off some things that they're still working on. Game freezes. After a series of tests, we managed to figure out what causes most of the freezes. I already talked about that. Several interfaces loading at one time. Movement and hit registration. This is a nasty problem that frustrates both you and us and has top priority in our team right now. We are already working on improving hit registration, applying and testing different types of netcode and movement patterns. And once we deal with the freeze problem, our work on the netcode will be twice as intensive. Just like the freezes, this problem can't be solved straight away in one go. We will keep introducing fixes one by one in our next patch. I think this patch did a good job of taking care of hit registration. It's not nearly as bad as it was when it was freezing all the time. But yeah, still working on it apparently. FPS drops. We've carefully collected statistics about FPS drops. That is on which maps they happen and under which circumstances. We are now analyzing the data to improve the performance and decrease the frequency of FPS drops. Footstep sounds, we already talked about. Team kills in hardcore. We know this problem is incredibly frustrating. We see you reporting this everywhere, and we witness it ourselves when we jump in a hardcore match and someone starts ruining it. Right now, we are testing a penalty system for team killers, and we are planning to introduce it in one of the nearest updates in June. Servers for Australia and Oceania. We know how hard it is to play a competitive game while having a high ping, and Singapore servers are too far away right now. We are glad that our game has received much appreciation from the Australia-Oceania region. We are planning to install an Australian server as soon as we get the equipment. So, I guess they just didn't have the equipment for it. Weapons getting, quote, jammed after reloading. We are aware of this problem and are currently investigating it. Its reproduction pattern seems random now, so our QA team is trying to find factors leading to this issue. We will appreciate any help with this. So if you encounter this problem, the devs are encouraging you to capture it and send it to them on their social medias, their Discord, Reddit, or Twitter, really. Player spawning in the middle of map. Thank you for letting us know about this problem. Our team has already found the solution, and we will install it on the live servers as soon as possible. They didn't say if it was in this patch, but I've never seen it happen. Control presets. They're working on making other control presets. Right now, the controls that are in the game are all you get. And then custom button mapping seems a very complicated issue. We have to add it to our development plan, and we are aiming to introduce it within 2020. So yeah, could be 6 months from now. Unclear progression. So once you reach past level 50, I guess it's not displayed what level you are. We've also worked to better display mastery levels, high levels of 100, 200, etc. That will come later in patches. I guess they shouldn't be worried about it right now. If you're that far in the game, then